Welcome to the Old Lumens channel again. I have a reflector today, and I'm going to do a real quick video of doing a stippled reflector, which is taking clear spray paint and spraying it onto a high finish reflector. Like this is a mag light reflector, but it's off an old incandescent. So I'm just going to do it to show you what to do to make a rougher finish of what they would normally be called as like an OP finish. That's orange peel, but I just do it with a spray can. I'm using Krylon Crystal Clear gloss, okay, and it's acrylic. That's what I use. It's fast drying, and that's what I want. As far as how to hold it, you can do however you want to. I just do a sock, and I mean, if you really want, you can put eyes and a mouth on it, and make yourself a sock puppet. It's no big deal, as long as you're doing it in your garage and nobody else sees it. Doesn't really matter, okay? So I did this video once before, but I did it from a distance, and it doesn't really show much. So I'm going to try to do this without spray painting the camera, which my wife would kill me for. I normally try to get the spray can about, if I go out here, about a distance of 3 foot or so. But I'm going to try to do this up closer, and I just do light sprays, and it's going to take more than one coat, but I'm going to try to show you. Okay, see, closer it coats faster. Now you can get an idea of what that's putting, what kind of a finish that's putting on it. You can just see a bunch of dots off the clear paint laying on there, and that's not really. Now, if you wanted a beam that's basically all flood, that works okay, but you lose your spot entirely. So I'm going to continue to spray again, and I'm going to try to build up some layers without making runs, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I don't want to make runs, but you'll notice now there's sort of a white coating all over it, okay? That's from putting so much spray on at one time that the spray looks white. That will disappear after a little bit, and you can take a hair dryer, and I wish I'd had my hair dryer hooked up. Hang on a sec. All right, so now I have the hair dryer, and I'm going to turn that on and see if I can't clear that white up a little bit. Okay, so that gives you an idea that the hairdryer will clear that up, and I still have a little on top that needs to dry out, but maybe you can see that the finish is not, it's not like when I first started. It's more of just a wrinkled finish all over it, and if I don't like that, I can still go back over it again and work on it some more and work that in And I'll use the hair dryer again for it. Okay, anyways, that's the idea of a stippled finish, and you know, basically you're gonna kill the spot, you know, the real tight spot. The spot's gonna get larger than it was, and you're gonna have a smoother beam overall. If you have imperfections in the beam, it will help just clear that up altogether. You're also gonna lose lumens too, because now you're taking a perfectly smooth finish, you know, and you're turning it rough, almost like sandpaper, or like an orange. That's why they call it orange peel. You're going to take and make it to where you know, it's going to be a rough finish, and the light is going to reflect all over the place. You're going to lose your overall output too a little bit. But that's what stippling a reflector does, and it just depends on how much paint you use and the distance. And I end up using, you know, 3 or 4 coats, and I try to work on it from a farther distance than I did here. I did this just so you could see, but again, like I say, I usually do about 3 or 4 foot away, and work on doing a layer, letting it set for a second, doing another layer, and then as I get farther along, then when I want to get it more like a little bit smooth but sort of rippled like an orange peel. This is more like sandpaper, so I'd work on that some more, and I just do that until I get this finish where I want it. And yes, you can totally ruin a reflector, so it might be good if you have some old reflectors that are already bad, or if you don't have any reflectors, you can use a glass, like a tapered glass, because you can always clean the glass up later with paint thinner, you know, and wash it up, or alcohol, and clean that stuff out of the glass. But a glass also works real well for spraying that stuff on.